Oh, start just sneaking up on people. Y'all already here? Who said I was even ready? All right, let's get to it then. Pow. Welcome back to another episode of Make It Make Sense. I am your host, Bottles and Beers. Today we're going to talk about some fragrances that make a statement as soon as you walk in the premises. Want to know more about what I'm talking about? Keep it locked. Let's get to it. Pow! Alright, first up, we're going to go to the house of Van Cleef and Arpels. Van Cleef and Arpels, however you pronounce it. The name of this one, Orchid Leather. Orchid Leather. Now check this out. I had to start this one off with this just because of the statement that this one made. Jesus Christ. When I tell you that this is one of by far the best date night scents that you can wear, trust me. Take my word for it. We're talking about a smoky, plum, very dark, mysterious. And when I say plum, I mean a very ripe, juicy plum. In fact, take a plastic bag full of plums, juicy, ripe plums. Fill that bag up with some whiskey, swish it around. That's what you get in this one. With this fragrance, I get a lot of smoke. I get an amber accord. I do get some vanilla to smooth the notes out. I believe there's some amber in this one also, but that plum note steals the show. It don't get no better than this one. I actually got hip to this from my man EQ over at Equality Fragrances. Yeah! And when I tell you, it was something about this bottle design that caught my eye, and just the way that he took a picture of it, I'm like, I think he owned something. That's probably a hidden gem that's not being talked about. So I blind bought it, and I'm happy to say this is one of the best blind buys that I've done. And trust me, I've blind bought over 100 fragrances. I do not condone that. I wouldn't tell you all to do it, but this by far is one of the best blind buys I've ever did, and I'm quite happy with it. Again, you have a sexy, juicy, smoky, dark, resinous style of a scent with this one. One of the best you can get. If that ain't making a statement, I don't know what else you looking for. Couldn't tell you. All right, again, from the house of Van Cleef and Arpels, we got Orchid Leather. All right, next up, from the house of Nobile 1942, we have Fougere Nobile. So right off the jump with this bottle basically gives a great presentation as far as what you're going to get with this. Also the name, this is a Fougere. What I mean by that is more of a barbershop style. Now when I say barbershop, I mean classical barbershop. Just think of the straight razor barbershops. That's the feel I get with this one. This one, when I say it's a statement maker, this one gives a prestige gentleman type of feel. It's a very classical scent. I wouldn't recommend this for a younger crowd. It's probably too much for them. I would say 30 and up, actually 35 and up. Now, if you are into classic fragrances, I know a lot of young men that are. Definitely get your nose on this, give it a try. You just might like it, but it's a very lavender heavy. I'm gonna smell it with the top on. Lavender heavy, has some tobacco in this. It smells like tobacco leaf, actually. Again, I think there's some vanilla in this one also. I didn't really look at the notes on this one, but this one fit for all types of weather, whether it's winter, summer, nighttime, daytime. Now I would sort of dress this up just a tad bit at least, because it is that classical gentleman style of a scent. But if that's your kind of fragrance that you like, check it out. Again, from the house of Noble 1942, you got Fougere Noble. All right, next up, we're gonna go to the house of Dunhill. We have Dunhill Icon Absolute. Now, when I first got my nose on this one, disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I was disappointed because, for one, my nose did not mature enough to like these styles of fragrance. This was when I just started to get into niche, and I wasn't ready for this. Now, smelling it from the atomizer also can really throw you off, so I would say test this and probably wear it on skin. Don't just, smell it, because that'll turn you off. But basically what this is, to me, to my nose, I don't know if this is what they tried to do, or was it a mistake, or maybe it's just me, but I think this is their take of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. It's a very strong comparison with that to that fragrance. There is a oud note in it. Now, the quality is not up there with Tom Ford. I mean, you could see it in the price. This one ran me maybe around 35, 40 bucks versus, $250 for the Oud Wood, maybe even $350. I don't quite remember. Yeah, but with that being said, this is a very good take on that fragrance. You get the woods in it. You get the synthetic oud. It is very synthetic, but in the air, it does resemble Tom Ford. You also get some citrusy notes in this one. It is kind of brash. It's not the smoothest, but it is a very good scent for grown men taking care of business. Great office scent. Again, on the skin, much better than what you smell from the atomizer. It's very pungent at the beginning on the first couple of sprays. I would say give it about 5 minutes to die down, let it round off and smooth itself up, and then you will see the resemblance if you are familiar with Tom Ford Oud Wood. But this is definitely, for the price, this is a great buy from the house of Dunhill. We have Dunhill Icon Absolute. All right, next up, we're gonna go with what I call the Liberace of all fragrances. I say that because I just think of tons of jewelry when wearing this fragrance, or when I get my nose on this style of a scent. From the house of Moresque, we have Aristocratic. Now, the reason I say Liberace, this is straight down the middle unisex. Depending on how you wear it, that's which way it can lean. But right off the base, I would say it does lean slightly more masculine, but it's a very cotton-like, fluffy scent. It's tons of florals in this, or at least that's what I pick up. But there's an earthiness in the background of it that helps it lean more masculine. Slightly ashy, but not with tobacco, but it does have an ashy type of texture to it. But it's real powerful and soft at the same time. When I say powerful, I mean as far as projection wise, this could be a room filler, so go light on the sprays. But it wears very soft, again, like cotton. But great scent overall. You get some vanilla in this to give it like a natural sweetness. It's not sweet like candy like or anything like that. Not honey or anything. It's not fruity. It's just a real earthy, floral, ambery, vanillic style of a fragrance. Again, first person I think of is Liberace when I smell this. So I don't know if you the flashy type, if you wear a lot of jewelry or anything like that, I think this will go good with it. Definitely a statement maker. This will let people know that you are in their presence. From the house of Moresque, we have Aristocratic. All right, next up, I really wish I could explain what type of statement this next one's is trying to make. But as of right now, I just can't, because I don't even know. What I do know is this is one of the most interesting scents that I've ever put my nose on. From the house of Guerlain, we have Bois Mysterio. Look at that bottle. So picture tons of lemon, tons of amber, very spicy. It has a balsamic note to it, very camphoric. It's like taking a campfire and dousing it with multiple fragrances, just pouring different ones into it as it burns out. It smells different. It's different but good. It's something extremely sexy about this one. I wish I could put it into words, but I can't. I have not wore this yet, but by far, this is again one of the most interesting fragrances I got my nose on. Where do you wear this? I haven't figured that out yet. I do know when I do give it a full wearing, it's going to be around the house. I'm going to stay within my vicinity to see how it wears. I can tell you that this lasts a long time, strictly on when I did spray it in the room, how long it lingered. I could tell that it is quite powerful. But from the house of Guerlain itself speaks quality. So anyone who's familiar with that house should know that the quality is there. And this is from one of their more distinctive lines also. This is very woody and very leather. It is slightly animalic. I don't think it's oud in here, but it wouldn't shock me if there is and they just didn't put that in the notes. But again, definitely a statement maker. No idea what statement is making, but if this sounds interesting to you, give it a try. From the house of Guerlain, we have Bois Mysterio. Next up, another new one to my collection, a very clean scent. Oh man, when I say clean, I mean clean. From the house of Essential Parfums, we have Bois Imperial. This is a very clean, crisp, mineralistic fragrance, but it smells damn good. It has a watery feel to it, like a watery, mineral, leafy type of scent. I believe it's like basil in here. It is slightly green, but it's a very crisp yet smooth style of a fragrance. I did hear that this is supposed to be very similar to Ganymede. I know that it's done by the same perfumer, Quentin Biche. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If so, then I definitely want to try Ganymede. I'm hearing this more of a fresher take of it. This is definitely a very fresh, spicy, earthy, green style of a fragrance. Can be worn anytime, but it does give a gentleman presence. This is a very strong presence. I think you can wear this. You could dress this down. You could dress this up. I think it'll work with however you're feeling that day. I think this is going to be an easy reach for me if I want to stand out but don't want to think too hard on what I'm wearing for that particular day. This is going to be a quick grab and statement maker at the same time. So this one I can't wait to actually get more wearings of, from the house of Essential Parfums. Bois Imperial. All right, last but not least, my favorite summer style fragrance. I'm gonna say summer and spring as of now. That this is subject to change, but as of right now, from the house of Xerjoff, we have Renaissance. This one is gonna be hard to beat. This is a very juicy citrus. It's green, but more like the leaves of green plants. But the citrus, it pops. It's loud. One of the strongest fresh citrus fragrances I've ever encountered. This one lasts all day. For some reason, this gives me a feeling of lemons, oranges, just doused over fresh mint. That's it. That's definitely it. It is quite musky to be a fresh fragrance, And I that's what gives it the appeal to me. This is it's different. It's citrusy, but it has more body to it. You do get some patchouli in this. It's quite woody also. Man, this is just gorgeous. I don't know what else to say about this one. This is a must try. I'm willing to bet no one you know will smell this and say that this isn't it, especially for the spring and summer. Gotta take my word for it on this one, guys. From the house of Renaissance. Oh, sorry, from the house of Xerjoff, you have Renaissance, which I call the Summertime King. All right, we have reached the end of the video. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to watch this. Thanks for the support. It's very appreciated, greatly appreciated. Do me a favor, leave a comment if you've tried any of these fragrances. Hit that like, subscribe button, and I'm gonna keep that content rolling out. Until next time, pow! I'm out.